Mother Nature has wreaked some havoc on what was supposed to be a noon start. It's now 2 p.m. and we're underway here at Holy Savior Menard High School. Jaguars and Generals for Game 2. We'll take a look at the starting lineups. It's Benitez, Zimmerman, Kaiser, Smith, Montanez, Purcell, Olguin, Boozer, Taylor. And Zeppelin is going to be on the mound for Victoria. For the Generals defensively, Dooley is at first, Langley is at second, McCullough's at third. The shortstop is Patin. Left to right across the outfield, it's Batterford, Labruyere, and Kratzer. Behind the plate, Zach Berry, and Seth Leger takes to the mound. A chopper up the middle for a leadoff single for Benitez. Brings Zimmerman up to the plate. Hitting .350 on the season, 1 home run and 37 batted in. Leger, 4-1 in 9 appearances. He's made 7 starts, 40 innings of work. He struck out 31, and opposing hitters are at .243 against him. An ERA of 4.73. Benitez leads off at first. This is a small venue for collegiate baseball. 320 down the lines and 350 to dead center with maybe a 6-foot wall, not even, in the outfield. 1-1 the count. Ran it inside on him. 2 balls and a strike. Good lead at first. Benitez running in for a called strike. The throw down, not in time. Benitez has stolen second. Two from Leger. Left side, that's through the hole. Batterford fields it. They're going to hold Benitez at third. And it'll be runners on the corners with nobody out. Runner has come on for Zimmerman. First pitch in for a called strike. Kaiser standing in at .315. That one's up and in. He had 1 home run and 28 batted in, an on-base percentage of .431. Benitez now up to 26 stolen bases on the season after he swiped second. High and outside from Leger. The 2-1 on the ground. Langley slid, couldn't hang on to it, so it'll be a single for Kaiser. Yeah, the Jaguars are on the board first, 1-0. Brings Smith to the plate. Hitting .372, 10 home runs and 45 batted in on the season. First one's over for a called strike. Chop to third. McCullough bobbles it. A foot race. He's not going to get there. And now Cody Gautreau is going to come out of the dugout for the first mound visit. And an inauspicious start for the Generals here in this one. Montanez takes the first pitch for a ball, 1-0. Leger, 17 pitches, but 10 of them have been strikes. He's been in the strike zone. Swing and a miss. Montanez chases one that was out of the zone. Nothing hit overly hard yet. 1-1 to Montanez. The 2-1. Fouled back. Well, bases loaded, nobody out. And down goes Montanez for out number 1. Purcell hitting .333 on the year, 1 home run and 34 batted in. Had a double in yesterday's game. That one will fall. There's a good bit of foul territory down the lines, but almost no room behind home plate. Here's the 0-1. In for a called strike, 0-2. Fouled away. Leger trying to pitch out of a jam. Three hits and an error so far. The 0-2. High, 1-2. Misses outside, evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Leger out of the windup. Fouled out of play. one fouled off. Fourth foul ball of the at-bat for Purcell. Had to bring some extra game balls here with us to this facility. Cody Gautreau worrying about losing quite a few in the woods around the facility. 2-2 on the ground, a short. Potin second for one, on to first. Double play. They load the bases and can't get anything out of it after scoring one. It's 1-0 Jags when we head to the bottom of the first. Labriere, Dooley, Wilson, due up. Okay, Labriere leading things off for the Generals here in the bottom half of the first inning. Zeppelin finds a strike on the corner. Defensively for the Jaguars, Smith is at first, Boozer at second, Kaiser's over at third, the shortstop Antonio Benitez left to right across the outfield, Purcell, Taylor, Montanez. Behind the plate it's Zimmerman, and Zeppelin toes the rubber. Zeppelin 7-1 on the season, 11 appearances, all starts. He's thrown 2 complete games, 57 innings of work. He struck out 77, has a batting average against of 194, and an ERA of 2.37. Here's the 1-2 from the right-hander. On the ground a second. Backhanded by Boozer. Throw was high, but up the ladder goes Smith, able to come back down to the bag for out number 1. Brings up Trevor Dooley. 317 on the year, 1 home run and 32 batted in. First pitch on the corner for a called strike. Bounces that one in, and Zimmerman makes the block behind the plate. Holguin leads off in the top of the second. Leger back out. On the ground, swinging first pitch. Backhanded by Patin. The throw across. Dooley, a nice stretch for out number one. Brings up Boozer. One down, it's Boozer. Hitting .317, 2 home runs and 18 batted in. Watches the first one go by for a called strike. I think everybody's got to be thrown slightly out of rhythm here, changing fields after halfway warming up. Now this one's an end capper. Dooley fields it barehanded, takes it to first. He's got the big first baseman, and he chooses to barehand it. That brings up Taylor with 2 down. Oh, Trevor Dooley. That one's upstairs. It's 1-0 on Taylor. He's hitting .182 on the year coming in. No home runs and 7 batted in. That one's in for a called strike. Here's the 1-1 from Leger. Breaking ball over, 1-2. Breaking ball doesn't break, 2-2. The double deuce from Leger, about a 58-foot fastball. Count runs full. On the ground, right back from whence it came. Taylor will be aboard with 2 outs. And it's back to the top of the order for Benitez. Benitez 1 for 1. Singleton then came around to score in the first. Watches that one go by a ball. Breaking ball stays high. The 2-0. Upstairs 3-0. Middle of the strike zone to get me over fastball for a strike. Three-one offering. Lead ball 4. So runners on first and second with 2 outs. Here's Zimmerman. First pitch is outside. Chopped that one foul down the first baseline. Into the dugout. Zimmerman 1 for 1 on the ledger so far. And he's ahead on the count, 2-1. Leger look back at second and the 2-1. Another one chopped foul. Nice play at the end of the Generals dugout, though. Barehanded stop. Couldn't see who popped out to grab it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on here in the second. There are 2s everywhere. Zimmerman's wearing number 2 and hitting second in the lineup. Deuces are wild, and it's down and in, 3-2. It's signaling to get the wheels going here on the full count offering with 2 outs. There they go. Benitez gets past the ground ball, and a throw over to first retires Zimmerman. They leave 2 stranded, but they lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the second. It'll be Langley, Kratzer, and Batterford due up. The second baseman, number 24, Landon Langley. Landon Langley leading things off here in the bottom of the second inning after Zeppelin set down the Generals in order. Sam Fowler chiming in from Victoria. Says Menard, Louisiana, even though it's not, we're actually still in Alexandria. We're actually closer to downtown than we were on campus. We drove about 9.5 miles, whatever cardinal direction that is, northish from campus. Northwest from campus to come out to Holy Savior Menard High School. home of the Eagles. Sam says Menard, Texas, known for pecans. Small town in West Texas. Langley aboard with a hit by pitch to start off the inning. And now it's Kratzer. Swinging first pitch, a line drive back up the middle. First two runners aboard for the Generals. Hannaford hitting .262, no home runs, 13 batted in on the season. At the go-ahead RBI on Tuesday against William Carey. Squares around a bunt. That one hit him, and he's going to jog on down to first. No signal from the home plate umpire. And Stav coming out of the dugout. See, the thing about the whole bunt rule and pulling back is you, technically speaking, do not have to pull back. You just can't make an offer. You can't move the bat toward the baseball. And when a pitch is that far inside, it's very tough to say whether they went at it or not. The umpires will get together here to talk this one over. So Batterford will stay at first with a hit by pitch. And now Stavinoa is going to come out, and he's writing on the lineup card. Looks like he'll have a mound visit with Caden McCullough ready to go, and the base is loaded for LSUA. They have nobody out, and the sack's full. Zach Berry waiting on deck. So McCullough will stand in. The base is loaded and nobody out. McCullough hitting .290. Zeppelin misses outside. Fifth pitch of the outing. McCullough hits it foul down the left field line. Foul territory here at Holy Savior Menard reminds me a little bit of the old Oakland Coliseum down the outfield lines. Not necessarily where the infield was and the absolute amusement park amount of space you had, but down the outfield lines. Watching Purcell chase after that one, it definitely looked like watching Eric Burns run after a ball out and left at the old Coliseum. Here's the 2-1. Foul territory again. That'll get out of play. Almost got a vehicle. 2-2 the count on McCullough. Zach Berry waits on deck. Check swing ground ball to short. Throws across on the hop, and he's out. Everybody advances 90 feet, however. So McCullough's got an RBI, and it is a 1-1 ball game. Brings Barry to the plate. Hitting .345, 10 for 29, 1 double and 8 batted in. Takes the first pitch down. Lane Patin waiting on deck. We have two in scoring position. Zeppelin misses high. Smith pulled in at the edge of the grass line. Check swing. They'll ask. He did not go around. You know the count. Zeppelin. Get me over. Fastball is in. Barry fouls it away. Counts full with 1 out and 2 aboard. Zeppelin making his first Friday start of the season as he walks Barry. Bases will be loaded again for Lane Patin. Brings up Patin, who's hitting .260 on the year. No home runs and 18 batted in. An on-base percentage of .467, and he's stolen 13 bases on the year. Zeppelin misses down to start the at-bat. Here's the 1-0. In for a called strike. One and one the count. Patin watches the 1-1 in for a strike. Zeppelin been holding runners to a .207 average with runners on coming into today, and that pitch looked good. Missed it down. 2-2 now to Patin. Smith in on the grass at the corner. Patin hits this one to center. Taylor drifting back. He'll make the catch. Tagging is Batterford and Kratzer. Kratzer will score, and Batterford will make it safely. into second. Bring Labrier back to the plate. He's 0 for 1 so far. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. One just misses. Another one outside. There goes Ardwa, snared by Zeppelin. He'll flip it on over to Smith for out number 3. A nice play by the pitcher there, showing off the athleticism, but the Generals do get 2 runs on 1 hit. Kaiser, Smith, Montanez, due up when we return. Kaiser will lead things off. Leger back out. 50th pitch of the afternoon's a called strike on the corner. Misses inside. 1-1. Kaiser 1 for 1. With a run batted in so far in this game, the lone RBI for the Jags. On the ground is second, Langley. Over to Dooley for out number 1. Brings Smith up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. A chopper back up the middle. Smith has himself a 1-out knock. Montanez stands in. Leger opens the at-bat with the ball. Upstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. Swing and a miss. Leger comes set. Smith with a conservative lead off of first. Leger misses upstairs. Three balls and 1 strike. A chopper to the right side. Langley going to turn and go to second to get Smith. Not in time to turn 2. They do cut down the lead runner. Brings Purcell to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Breaking ball doesn't break. It's 1-0. Down to third, McCullough. Strong throw across, and that'll retire the side. The Jaguars leave one stranded. It'll be Dooley, Wilson, Langley when we come up in the bottom of the third. Trevor Dooley leads off for the Generals here in the bottom of the third. Zeppelin back out. First pitch swinging, and it'll get foul. Chop to third. Kaiser the throw picked out by Smith for out number one. Wilson 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Zeppelin misses for a ball. And it's outside 2-0. One is fouled off of Zimmerman behind home plate. Misses down. 3-1 the count on Wilson. Yanked down the first base line. Foul. Count will go full. Payoff pitch to Wilson. Breaking ball misses, and Wilson's got a walk. Wilson over at first. Good lead for him. Langley swings to the first pitch, 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. And a throw over to first. Wilson fiended like he was going to go and then held up 1-2. That one skipped in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's a 2-2 runner going. Langley fouled it away. Wilson will retreat and go back to first. It's 3-2. Generals making it hard for Zeppelin to get in and out of at-bats in this inning. And that'll be ball 4. The runners on first and second for Kratzer. Kratzer 1 for 1 on the afternoon. Swings at the first pitch and misses. Here's the 0-1. Settled in nicely for a strike. Zeppelin way out ahead. The 0-2. On the ground, right side. Boozer over to first for out number 2. Here's Battiford with 2 on and 2 down. Both runners in scoring position. And that one's in for a called strike. Fouled off. Zeppelin looks in, and he'll step off. Wants to go out of the stretch. 0-2 is high and outside. Maybe thinking a little bit about Dalton Wilson over there at third. Swing and a miss, Battiford. And they'll get him on the throw over to first. The Generals leave 2 stranded. It'll be Olguin, Boozer, and Taylor due up in the top of the 4th when we return. the ground at third, McCullough across for out number 1. Boozer 0 for 1 in the game. That one's behind him. That one runs inside. In for a called strike. It's 2-1. Boozer fouls it back. Oh, that one ran up and in. Couldn't tell if it got him on the shoulder or the arm. May have got him on the helmet. Boozer's on by. Big lead off of first from Boozer. He's running first pitch. Throw from Barry. In time. On a line into center and down. Brings Benitez to the plate. Leger evens the count back at 1-1. He's up to 72 pitches now. On the ground, back up the middle, diving Langley just out of his reach. So a pair of singles back up the middle, and it's 2 aboard with 2 outs. Misses low for a ball. Ground ball foul. Just outside the coach's box. Moves to 3-1 as Leger misses outside. Here's the 3-1, way high. It's ball 4. And the bases are going to be loaded for Kaiser with 2 outs. Well, Brush is going to run at first. And Kaiser swinging first pitch. He's got at least 1 run batted in. The helmet of Benitez comes off. He's in to score. A 2-run single on the first pitch. Kaiser sees. Yeah, the Jaguars lead it 3-2. Brings up Smith, who's 1 for 2. In for a called strike, and he's not a big fan of it. Here's the 0-1 upstairs. On the ground at third, McCullough. Fields, Dooley, can't pick it. So everybody will advance. And it's 4-2. First pitch to Montanez outside. Montanez 0 for 2 with a strikeout so far. Jaguars have taken a 4-2 lead with 3 across in this inning, and that last one is unearned. And it's outside. Three and one as he catches the corner with a get-me-over fastball. Misses downstairs. Leger struggling here in the 4th. First pitch to Purcell as Ortega comes on to run at first. Bases loaded, and that one hit him. Tough way to get an RBI. And it's 5-2 Jaguars as the home plate umpire going to escort Purcell down the line for a bit. And Cody Gautreau coming out of the dugout here. And it'll be a pinch hitter, it looks like, at the plate for Olguin. Zion Hankins, he came in to pinch hit yesterday, but it looks like that is probably going to do it for Leger as the dugout starts to empty. So we'll take a timeout, and we'll be back with the new pitcher right after this. Hankins will be the first to face Ardwan coming in from the bullpen. He made a start up at William Carey earlier this week. Unfortunately, did not get the win as that one went into the ninth, tied 2-2. Hankins fouls off the 1-0. Hankins, a switch hitter. Batting from the left side against the right-hander, Ardwan. An end capper foul. It'll stay foul. Stavinoa having to remind the runners to run there despite the fact that it looked like it was going to stay foul with the amount of spin on that ball. There was a chance it was going to come back. ends it up at 2-2. Oh, this is a no-doubter to right field. See you later. Grand slam, pinch hit for Zion Hankins. And it is 9-2. A rude welcome to the ball game for Ardwa. Third base umpire and the home plate umpire have gotten together. And home plate umpire waving off the first base umpire. Looks like we're good to go. Bring Boozer back to the plate. 0 for 1 on the day. Catches the outside corner. Brings the count to 1-2. Shot back to the mound. Ardwa over to first. That will retire Boozer. But the damage is done from the Jaguars. 8 runs on 4 hits. They leave 1 stranded. McCullough, Berry, and Patin due up in the bottom of the 4th when we return. fourth. McCullough will lead off. Tags this one into right center. It's gone. Solo home run for McCullough. And it's 9-3 now. Second home run of the game. That'll bring up Zach Berry. Drew will walk in his first plate appearance. It's low and outside, 1-0. In for a called strike. Berry hits it down the right field line and foul. And Berry down swinging for out number one. Fontaine with one RBI so far. A check swing. And they say he did go around. First time I've seen that is a... Here's the 0-1 from Zeppelin. One and one the count. Zeppelin up to 73 pitches, 40 of them strikes. That one skips away. Two one. Nearly got a piece of him. Fontaine tried to hold the shoulder there. On a line to second. Boozer's there. Yeah, that'll be out number two. Back to the top of the order for Labriere. That one's down. Skipped it down and in, 2-0. Labriere 0 for 2 so far. Bouncing chopper to the right side. Smith into the hole. It's a foot race to the bag. Zeppelin beat him. Generals get one run on the solo home run from McCullough, and it's 9-3 Jaguars through 4. Taylor will lead things off in the top of the 5th inning. The Jaguars leading by 6. Ardwa back out. And it's in for a called strike 0-1. This is outside, evens the count up at 1-1. Hammered to center. Labrouillet to his right. And that'll be out number 1. Brings up Benitez. First pitch in for a called strike. Chopped foul over toward the Jaguars dugout. Another one fouled away. Benitez 2 for 2 with a walk so far. He scored the Jaguars' first run of the game. Skipped in, blocked by Barry. Two and two. On the ground, left side. McCullough tried to pick it out but couldn't. It'll be an infield single for Benitez. Brings Brings up Zimmerman, 1 for 2 with a walk. Benitez, a decent size lead over at first. Ardwa hadn't even come set. They'll check over there. Diving back is Benitez. He sets out again. Another really good lead for him. That is through the right side, past a diving Trevor Dooley. Benitez loses the helmet, and he'll be in safely at third. It's a single for Zimmerman. Looks like that'll do it for Ardwa as Gautreau comes out. And so we'll take a timeout. We'll have a new pitcher right after this. Zach Collins will take over on the bump for the Generals. Southpaw has thrown 11 1/3 innings over 6 appearances. He is 2-0 on the season with an ERA of 1.59. Struck out 9 and holding opposing hitters to an average of 244. Off at first, Baruch, he's in there. Another stolen base. 1-0 the count on Kaiser. The infield pulled tight now. He laces that one foul. Breaking ball just misses. It's 2-1. Oh, excuse me, it's 1-2. And that'll be strike 3 on Kaiser. Bring Smith up to the plate. He's 1 for 3. On the ground is short. Patin over to first. Smith now 1 for 4. The Jaguars leave 2 stranded. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Dooley, Wilson, Langley due up when we return. Dooley gets things going in the bottom of the 5th inning. He's 0 for 2 so far. Still looking to get his first hit. It's up and in from Zeppelin. That was pitch number 80 of the afternoon. He's just over 50% strikes at 43. Misses on the outside corner. Dooley, liner to second. Boozer with a little hop for out number 1. Brings up Dalton Wilson, who's 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Fouls off the first pitch he sees. And a grand slam in yesterday's game. Outside, 1-1. In for a called strike. Check swing, and you're going to say he did go around. No appeal needed. That will be out number 2. Langley has still not recorded an official at-bat. Everything's just been plate appearances for him. In the air to right, coming on, making the catch is Montanez. The Generals go down in order. And we'll head to the top of the 6th. The Jaguars leading 9-3. Montanez, Purcell, due up. It'll be Ortega who gets things going for us in the top half of the 6th inning. And he watches a ball come in. Starts the count 1-0. Fouls that one away. Ortega hammers this one to left. It's gone. Solo home run. His first at-bat of the ball game after coming on as a pinch runner. And he's got himself a solo home run. His first of the season. It's 10-3. Brings Purcell to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a run batted in. And it's an 0-1 count as he swings through it. Breaking ball from the southpaw in for a called strike. He swings and misses, chases that one way down for out number 1. Hankins has remained in the game for the Jaguars. Watches a called strike. Pinch hit for Olguin an inning ago. 3 big flies hit in this game. That one skips in. 2 balls and a strike. Stav can't quite make the play in the third base coach's box. And it'll move to 2-2. And it's back-to-back swinging strikeouts for Collins as Hankins goes down. There are 2 away for Boozer. Boozer not the only student athlete in his family. Has a sister who's a gymnast at the University of Michigan. 2-0 the count from Collins. In the air. Langley drifting back, and he'll make the catch in shallow right center field. The Jaguars put up their 10th run with a solo home run. They lead it 10-3. It'll be Kratzer, Batterford, and McCullough due up when we return. Lane Kratzer gets things going for the Generals. He's 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Sun poking back behind the clouds a little bit here as he fouls it off. The 0-1. Back to the mound, Zeppelin. A long underhanded toss. He got it there. And that'll be out number 1. Brings in Batterford. Zeppelin had a lot of confidence in that underhanded flip to first. Swing and a miss. Baniford 0 for 1. And it's low 0 and 2. Pitch number 92. Baniford checked his swing. Gonna go for ball 2. Zimmerman had already made the throw down at first. Counts 1 ball and 2 strikes on Baniford. Check swing again. They'll ask down at third. Home plate umpire's going to ring him up this time. 2 down. Two down. Caden McCullough stands in. It's up and away. McCullough 1 for 2, a pair of runs batted in. He's got a home run on the afternoon. Inside corner. Chopped foul. Zeppelin nearing that 100 pitch mark. Here's the 1-2. Count runs even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hankins out of the Jaguars dugout having a little bit of fun down there at the third base line. Here's the 2-2. Hammered this one, and it's foul. Two ball, 2 strike offering, McCullough. Another foul ball. This will be pitch number 100 in the game for Zeppelin. Misses high. 3-2. Crossing over that century mark threshold. Got McCullough looking to end the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts. And we'll head to the top of the 7th. It'll be Taylor, Benitez, and Zimmerman due up when we come back. Taylor leads off for the Jaguars here in the top of the 7th inning. He'll be the first to face Charlie Guidry out of the bullpen. Guidry 0-4 on the season, 7 appearances, 4 starts, 13 1/3 innings of work. He has struck out 15 and has an ERA of 14.85. Falls behind Taylor 2-0. This is on the ground, and Taylor's got his 3rd hit of the ball game. Oh, big production out of the 9 spot there from Taylor. Brings Benitez to the plate. He's having a good day at the plate as well. 3 for 3. Taylor gets his lead off of first, and now Benitez calls time after Guidry stepped off. Misses low, 1 ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss. And it looks like on the backswing, he might have caught a piece of berry. That was a heavy hack from him. Here's the 1-1. Swung through that one as well, has him dancing over to the left side. Excuse me, the left-handed batter's box. And now Benitez calls time. Well, the umpire's going to say it's his. Benitez needs a second here to stretch out, make sure he's okay. Stav coming down the 3rd baseline. Guidry set. Now the 1-2. Swung on and missed for out number 1. Zimmerman 2 for 3. And he's drawn a walk. Swings. Oh, foul tipped it actually. In and out of the mitt of Barry. There goes Taylor at first. The throw. He'll be in with a stolen base. Fontaine couldn't handle the tag. Ball got away from him. There'll be a runner in scoring position with 1 out. One from Guidry. Zimmerman swung on through it. ground right side. Langley to his left. Yeah, that retires Zimmerman, but Taylor does move up. Two outs and a runner on third. It's Kaiser. 2 for 4 with 3 batted in. On a line, that'll get into right field and down. Kaiser's got his 4th RBI of the ball game. And it's 11-3. Here's Smith. Swinging at the first pitch. Hit it into left center. Batterford and LaBruyere. It'll be LaBruyere who makes the catch. He tried to call off Batterford late there, and that will end the inning. They strand one. They get one across. They lead 11-3 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. It'll be Barry, Patin, and LaBruyere due up. Bottom of the 7th, Thibodeau is going to pinch hit for Zach Berry to start the inning off. And it's outside. Zeppelin back out, starting the inning at 101 pitches, 58 strikes. Fisher Einkoff has come out on deck. Takes that one, evens it up 1-1. On the ground, down the third base line and fair. Long throw, he got him. Connor Kaiser with a strong throw to get Shea Thibodeau. Brings up Einkoff. Will hit for Patin. Fouls off the first pitch he sees. There is action for the Jaguars. Right-hander playing catch over behind the dugout on the ground. Boozer slides down over to first. He got him. Brings Labrier to the plate. Breaking ball misses. Zeppelin got to be nearing that upper limit for pitch count. 109. And it'll be two hop to Boozer, who has to hop himself. The throw got Labrier. And that will end the ball game. Texas A&M Victoria takes it 11-3 in Game 2 of the series.